true Philly sports fan. Hi, everyone. It's Selena and Crockett, 100.7 LEV. That's what I always hear. That's what I hear about the Birds. That's what I hear about the Sixers. Oh, if we would have won if it was just an extra couple
Yeah, put
minutes.
5 more minutes on the clock last night. Sixers would have come back. Well, it started with the Phillies were up in LA yesterday afternoon, gave up some runs late, then came back and tied the game in the ninth, and then lost on a walk-off grand slam, which is quite the way to go home. And then, Sixers just didn't have any answers last night. Boston shot the dang lights out from 3 and just didn't have any answers. That'll happen.
All right. Well, they're home tomorrow.
Yes. Home tomorrow night. Yes. Back at the Wells Fargo Center. Yes.
Do you have tickets for any of these games?
I was actually talking to my sister and my nephew about potentially doing game 4 on Sunday
no Nippy.
afternoon.
Nippy is not allowed. No tickets for Nippy.
No savvy for that game. So
that was the lost Stuffy.
Yeah, at a Flyers game, which literally all the time now she's like, "Can I bring Nippy?" I was like, "Yep," but I'm not. If we drop her somewhere, that's it. I don't care if we're at a friend's house. I don't care if we're at my mom and pop-ups. I don't care if we're in Disney World. That animal is staying where it stays.
In the car, that was always the rule. The kids wanted to bring their toys or stuffed animals. I'm like, look, I'll let you keep it in the car, but you're not taking it wherever we're going because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to wind up carrying all the stuff that they bring. So I said, that's it. Or you're going to lose it. So no. They're like, all right, that's a fair compromise. That's what a 4-year-old says. That's a fair compromise.
Yeah. Well, what would happen is it would be like, okay, well, you can bring it. And then she wouldn't be thinking getting out of the car. And I wouldn't be thinking get out of the car. And we would just start walking to where we were. And then by the time we're walking in the door, I would look down and see it in her hand. And I'd be like, babe, what are we? Oh. And by the time it happened at the Flyers game, we were literally at the door and it was freezing.
You're not going back.
Well, that's.
No, but you had to go back. Re-entry to go get Nippy.
Right. What a time to be alive.
I hope Nippy was like just extra sewn on smile because you went to rescue her.
Yeah, I'm sure she goes to bed every night looking at me as a hero. RL, good morning. Kelly, good morning. Thanks for checking in, guys. We appreciate it.
It's funny because my son, he's 11 and he still has a couple of, he says, I don't sleep with them. They're just on my bed is what he tells me. And he has, it's not a little Olaf. It's kind of, it's big, a stuffed snowman, Olaf from Frozen.
Yeah.
He says, I was kissing him goodnight last night. He's like, hold on a second. And he takes Olaf's face, who's looking at us, and he smashes it down on the, right on the bed. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, well, sometimes in the middle of the night, I open my eyes and he's staring right at me because he's got these big eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And a carrot nose that it's like he looks like he's attacking me with his nose.
Do you want to build a snowman? You're like, no.
I'm like, that's fair. I'm like, it actually looks dangerous because you poke your eye out in the middle of the night. I'm like, why do you sleep with him then?
Go come to school with an eye patch the next day. What happened? Olaf happened. Yeah, I get that. No, I understand.
Stuffy.
Just 1 in a million of them. Hey, I actually have a question for RL and Kelly and Dawn. We're talking about this $10 meal challenge on TikTok. I want to know your best cheat meals, like meals though. Like, I think we think like, you can throw on like a pack of hot dogs or something like that. But like, I love crock pot stuff. So just because it's so easy, you set it, kind of forget it.
Yeah.
And so mine's definitely sausage and peppers and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think you can go real far with meatloaf because
we had meatloaf last night, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Yeah. Turn that into salad. I feel like meatloaf tastes even better the next day. It like congels.
Okay. I can
congeals.
Yeah, don't do that with your hands.
Yeah.
Anytime you're talking about food, don't go, yes, and then it congeals. I like it once it's congealed.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I feel like tacos are a good one because usually there's a little bit left over for like the next day for lunch or something. But so that's what I'm thinking. Like I need good like meal.
Yeah. I need a reboot. I need some more suggestions too. So we're looking for that $10 meal challenge. for families. I know
Yeah,
they're doing
Kelly
that on
just said
Sunday.
chicken with rice and beans. What else do you put in there, Kelly? Is it like, are you waiting to put like a sauce on that at the end? You just like chicken and rice and beans? I'm just kind of curious what your
Yeah.
approach to that is. I feel like I always screw up rice. I don't know what it
I
is about cooking rice
You
that I'm
think I'm
always.
so glad you said that because you think that would be the easiest thing to make, and it always gets stuck at the bottom. Even in my Instant Pot, which is supposed to be the best way to make rice, it
Yeah,
still gets burned. We're gonna
yeah.
run now, but think about that. We'd love to see your meal plans. Don't forget it's Ticket Thursday. Madonna, chance to see the
Come on,
material girl
Vogue.
herself. Okay,
Okay.
Vogue. That was aggressive. Have
Come
a great
on,
day.
Vogue.
Happy Thursday.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Wait, I got to find the stop button, Selena. Wait. Okay, now we can go.
Okay.
Bye.